I can do better here. Back again. With more of Joe proving he doesn't care about exposing the actual cheaters. And this section here has nothing to do with the profile being shown right there. It's more in the sense of what he's going to say as why this person actually is a cheater.
KD, Russian Federation of 4,000 hours. 18 games on a 10-year-old account.
People enjoy the same game over and over again, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to argue against that. In fact, they could also be using Battle.net, Ubisoft Connect, EA Games, Epic Launcher to play other games. They don't need to play all their games on Steam, and they don't need to pay for every single game there is on Steam. And you don't need to hover over here. You can literally just see it says 18.
HUD site, the guy uses a crosshair overlay. He's got over 2,500 hours in a crosshair overlay. So
Your point then is?
already he's showing he's going outside of the game to get advantages. So he's the type of person who will do anything to gain an advantage.
Okay, let me stop you right there. He's the type of person who will go outside the game to gain an advantage, showing he will access third-party softwares, blah, 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 whatnot. Now, Joe, I have a question for you. If you're so focused on hot side and crosshair overlays and such different things as being extra reason for why someone is a cheater, then explain this to me. And yes, yes. We're going to go back to Beck Brew, your little beloved supporter. You already know it. It's going to be exposing Joe for not giving a shit about actually exposing the people he claims he wants. I see cheat people is Joe's description. And no, he doesn't care about exposing cheaters. He just cares about whining in the actual game. Using Beckbrew's account, you can see videos, latest, just going to the first one, just going in so you can actually see here. That red dot you have right here, that red dot there, that's crosshair overlay. You can see it all the way through the video, even on the black screen right here. You have Beckbrew, you have that icon there. You then have that icon again. So this is Beckbrew's account. You go to the games. Okay, he didn't have on this account. Funny enough, we just take one of his others. Beckbrew TTV. On Showdown, 5,000 hours, 527.5 hours in crosshair overlay. Beckbrew, games, same person. 49.6 hours in crosshair overlay. I don't know what white cross actually is. Then here comes the actual funny part. Arctic Wolf says Finland, but Arctic Wolf is Beckbrew, Beckbrew Sniper Games, Beckbrew again, Beckbrew Sniper Games, and Arctic Wolf on YouTube. I'll go to his account in just a bit. Also, crosshair overlay on this account. So when he uses this account as a dummy account and plays, he still goes a little in with it. Not saying he got a lot of hours because it's only 14 minutes, but I don't know when he last played any of these games. I don't really care. Recently, last played 18th of September, so you can see like he doesn't specifically use this account a lot. But the funny part comes when we visit his YouTube channel. Arctic Wolf videos latest again. The only thing we need to do is go to the second video, Crosshair V2 GG. Literally giving guides and tips for using crosshair, where to place it, blah, 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 whatnot. If Joe wants to argue crosshair overlay is partially a cheat, that's blurry. There we go. There it is. And there it is. Like, you only need to go to the second video where he then goes for it. Does he use it in here too? Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. It doesn't look like it, because then he should also have the dot here. I don't know this game at all, so I don't know how important like crosshair placement is in there. But me loves it. Even funnier is when you then scroll a little down, you have system configuration to remove shadows. Like a person that goes out of the game to manipulate a better advantage, right? That's what you're arguing, Joe. A little further down, I forgot how far down actually. Give me 2 seconds. If we just go a little further down, we have a reshade video right here with another crosshair overlay hot site. Like, reshade literally was banned and bannable by Hunt Showdown, by Crytek. Here again, another video using reshade. Like, if you want to argue that people getting help from outside the game are the cheaters, then you need to actually go all in and argue it all the time. If you say, nah, but it doesn't count on this person, then it doesn't count on any people. Ever. But what's even funnier is the next part, what you're going to say.
So that's pretty much something that somebody that's willing to cheat will also use fucking other things to gain advantages. So he has the mentality of, I'm going to get as many advantages as I can probably plays with his brightness turned all the way up.
Yep, you heard it. Probably gonna play with his brightness all the way up. Joe's live stream. I think this is the first one where he argues the eternal war against cheater zombies. 14th September 2024. Let's match it a little.
Do anything to gain an advantage. So that's pretty much something that somebody that's willing to cheat will also use fucking other things to gain advantages. So he has the mentality of, I'm going to get as many advantages as I can probably plays with his brightness turned all the way up. Fucking overlay on it. It's probably like.
So we're now gonna say that playing with the brightness all the way up is cheating, and that is exactly what you're gonna do right here, Joe. You just moved it all the way up, and you are then hovering, went over to default, then back to accept, going slowly forward. You can see the mouse still moving over here, so we're not away from it. It's still set. It has a setting up here, and then it disappears, meaning he approved the setting. So Joe Blue are arguing that he himself falls in the category of getting advantages from other places, including the cheater accusation of using the brightness slider. Like, you cannot make this up. This here is impossible to create and then not also follow. Like, if you want to argue, don't use the brightness slider because that's cheating, then don't use the brightness slider yourself because that's cheating. You're literally turning it up on a night map to get a better advantage against others that are not turning it up. You yourself are using that as an argument for why people are cheating. You yourself are admitting that you are a cheater. Like, it cannot be made more obvious, Joe. You're loving Big Brew, who uses crosshair overlay, who used reshade, who made system config files to remove shadows and other things. And then you argue, nah, he's one of the good guys because I'm loving him. He loves my content, I'm loving him. And when you were told about it, what did you do? Right. You targeted the person that informed you that Big Brew are literally doing the very thing you stand against or claim that you stand against. Because Big Brew are supporting you, you then targeted the person that told you Big Brew are doing these things here, expose him for being a cheater, according to your own logic. Then you also want to argue, and you have done that so many times for such a long time also, that using the brightness slider is cheating. And you do it yourself. Again, you already had 20% extra, now you have 45% extra, basically. Like, you yourself are literally being part of what you're saying is equal to cheating. So you are a cheater, Joe. According to what you are saying, you yourself are a cheater.